time to go. Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand?
Well, if it's fact...
Yeah, I want to write my...
Yes, you came...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon or is it kinda on you? Great! Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first... if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada.
Well, fair point.
Let me give you... But in the end, apart from the sword...
That's right.
So first this strange person...
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. It just so happens that a friend... Even back then...
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah,
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things... Something then seems to...
But kinda hard.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about...
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you...
No! Paimon just meant, how
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well. Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
We have some other stuff to do, so...
All right, thank you.
Hey, so that thing they were... Okay, then, even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Time to go. Time to go.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Sirs?
I know you must have a lot of questions. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe kill me? But if that's the case, why haven't you done—
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you—
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start.
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't...
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think—
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean...
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever Well, if the Fatu—
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living—
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your—
Yeah, obviously! Nahida...
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend—
All right, then I'll do what we—
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you...
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you.
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the balladeer, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the note, the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond. So I asked the balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just get...
I understand how things will go in the future. Our minds have... As Sumeru's deity, if this deal with the balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing, it's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru...
Paimon's still...
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own. In fact, I was going to ask you to even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former... Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. guess that must...
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe...
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of unlike anywhere else. Irminsul's inner region. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential.
Fine, let's call it truce. But
let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes...
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy, it's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted.
Is this a small sap? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow! So this is the... Ooh! Paimon's never seen...
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to...
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite?
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense...
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information.
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Hey, so... what are you...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it. Plus,
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a...
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are perhaps today will be the day that he finds some... Well done. Smart and attentive as all. So, you made contact with that part of his mind.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the...
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an end.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Totara Suna's history is still unexplained.
Oh? How interesting. Those two men...
So the Gesse got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all...
What makes you...
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must... Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too...
So,
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And, huh?
This light. It looks similar...
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement!
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Totara Suna's furnace.
There's no one else who can enter.
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Totara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality. Under your leadership, Totara Suna is a warm. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much the forging industry with skills, blood, dreams. Every smith...
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to... You allowed Akame to take all the... Even now, you remain one of...
You flatter me.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? And recently, as you well know, someone died because none of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so...
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed.
After all... Why, Mr. Neil...
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil... I'm in charge here.
Judging from the look in your eye...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever... I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I...
You...
You're a little I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. It's a long journey from Ina's... And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you kill me, there's no one who can...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see...
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a... If you must know...
The Fatui?
Just to create a...
That's it. That's why you... gave us your cursed technology.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with... My device functions precisely... It is easier. Make no mistake.
If you give... He has nothing.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel... Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not... I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend, Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and... I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves...
Hey!
Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read...
Maybe so, but...
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. You know very well what that means.
Let's give him some space. He looks really...
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsu, it was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the battle after the events you just saw in that memory, the load was far beyond what the mechanic the balladeer was stunned that he thought Niwa had come.
Holy mo...
Yes. Only...
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my...
Hey, are you investigating?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders.
empty-handed.
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some...
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens respond?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't... Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanov?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you...
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I shared a secret with you. And now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, so tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done.
Huh? What the...
Nothing. I was just thanking her. So long. I suggest...
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running up?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer, those who died in Tatarasuna because of me...
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. But if a colony of harmless ants...
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no, he's really good.
Oh,
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now?
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or...
Where the heck did he go? It's...
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, we're running out of time. Follow my lead. This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody... I'm sorry, but this is...
An emergency? How bad is it?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to...
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you? He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would... So, what? Ooh, Paimon's so confused. Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not... Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what... Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But, so, how about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled Andrean chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying... Oh, also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what... The balladeer, is that a food too? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something So, the balladeer is... Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this...
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I was... The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the... If my memory serves me right...
Oh, yeah, we were! We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
That, in fact, this was not made known to me. He told me that, as we are both... There is no harm in telling you. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of...
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation, knowing that they had just one chance to... The smith's death. In his heart, powerless, alas. Finally, in his fury, But when he came to the... That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? On to the next...
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your time...
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and...
We'll be heading in then.
Hello, dears. Of course, Trav. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both as for...
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, I would... Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so... I must say, many things. I mean it. Whenever the Commissioner... The Commissioners, they say, they get to talk. Miss Kamisato, it's been... As someone who is... So... In the future. Wonderful.
Paimon likes it here, too. Also, you were saying something... Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon...
Of course.
All right, goodbye for now. We're, great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right, then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep. Everything's taken care of now.
Very well. Safe travel.
Do I have...
What kind of person comes to a place like this and just spaces out?
Hey, I wasn't spacing out. I was pondering some...
Sure you were. Your eyes were glazed over, dude. You were...
Why are you making fun of me? I told you I was...
Oh, he said Tatarasuna.
Oh, is there something you want to know about Tatarasuna? My name's Xavier. Certainly do. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand. Not only that, but I've met people in Ina's... Oh, I'm told that its history is one of the most...
A couple?
One was just in the last few... They say he was a...
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about...
Oh, I didn't realize you two...
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning... Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman, for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that... But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki... Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most... Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile, no matter what happens. Come on, you gotta keep it together. All right.
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to...
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh!
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather...
What did you find out?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some...
Wow. So many...
Well, well. So it all... Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis.
Yes, okay, point...
And they're back at it. These guys are really...
Oh, so sorry.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything...
Will do. to start. Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she...
The balladeer? You look troubled. It... Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
That's quite a... So, this puppet known as the balladeer erased himself...
But how was he even...
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, nevertheless, it does make sense. If some...
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... Well...
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. The traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten...
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that. Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, and he couldn't keep hating the story makes the balladeer try to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. That power then enabled him to...
Yeah, it does make sense, but it just feels so hopeless. He gave
Please wait a moment. I wanted... Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that... I have a strange way of confirming everything.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was... You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an alibi.
Hold on. So this record survived from...
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono, changing the information in but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance.
That's incredible!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. And this story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. Once in a while. But the monster soon found the kitten too wished. Furious at a gray fox stood. The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fox. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away. Never again would it cherish a single creature. How it wished to swallow the moon. I will become the new moon, the ant.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer story. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. This memory was creating a deity. I buried it deep inside.
It's hard to believe that this person really... Paimon has no...
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information before he vanished. He confirmed we still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was...
This is why wisdom alone can... So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to to others looking on. Never forget that... And that is what you have been...
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up.
Good idea.
You got it. Come on. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being in... What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat. Have you figured it all out? Why'd you jump up?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work, I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about.
Leave it to me.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay...
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer... Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash... Huh? You two over there. Is there... You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be have we? No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you...
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not... Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me... Okay, but please let me deliver these...
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me take shelter in his cart. In return...
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you.
Then let's return to the city.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked some...
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go...
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the... But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be, and imagine you... But anyway, taking you in...
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo.
Thank you. All right, done.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything.
You say that you are trekking across to Vat to train yourself.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown.
I wouldn't call it the past, but I don't like to rely on using terms like this often. But...
Oh, like a past life?
Yes, something far more distant.
Okay, I have to ask. Hope you want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't. If it's that difficult to talk about, but I'll be able to handle it. Please.
Is truth something you care a lot?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth.
It seems like my previous incarnation...
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but...
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he does...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom...
Yes, it's all true. I can even...
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your present self great...
I'm just a puppet. With no...
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for...
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face...
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise...
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation...
Understood.
Thank you.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extract. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies...
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was...
All right.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation...
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that in a...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built... No, there's no way. Look. There's someone passed out on the ground. You're awake. What happened? Not a scratch. And these fine...
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Bikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, as the second in command at Tatarasuna, but Katsuragi...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
This is where you were born?
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but...
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom's...
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the Balladeer didn't... After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut. After leaving Tatarasuna, the Balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name.
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The Balladeer came...
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family!
You're... The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. You continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
This should be fun. Time to fulfill my duty.
You can't run.
Slack it off.
Well, I see through you.
Into the wind.
Killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I...
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once...
Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your... Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course...
What a sharp... Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true...
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it.
Surely you're not...
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never failed to find...
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still... Look at you. By then, see you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now.
The plot does not end here. There is more.
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Blaze over. Next on the agenda, Her Majesty's power flows through me. This body belongs to ice.
There you are.
Pay your dues. Barbados, guide us.
The merrier.
Over here. Born of ice. Invisible evidence.
Let me amuse myself.
Go as one. Blink.
The more, the merrier. Look at me.
No touching.
Just
motion to compel. Access denied for Rex Lapis. Boom boom.
Can't run from death.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that...
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis...
Welcome.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial...
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event...
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doc.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to... Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters?
I suggest...
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the big...
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm...
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between...
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future... Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm...
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, no matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current...
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human...
Regaining your memory...
Void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since... But then I met you. And I finally realized that... I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something, so I beg you.
Very well. Since your mind is made up... You have made your decision. Now...
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is... my...
Is he alright?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
This is trying my patience. Have you got any more stupid questions?
Feeble human!
Too slow.
Squall Fury!
At my command, you shall fall. The wind rises.
Perish!
Squall Fury.
Churn! My endless cycle begins!
Too slow. The wind rises.
Feeble human! You dare to gaze upon me?
Squall Fury.
Churn!
The wind rises.
Insignificant past!
I'm used to this.
Behold!
Imbecile!
It disappeared.
What did you expect?
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely wait, but it was you inside that thing too.
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. You sound like you're... But don't worry. Thanks to you...
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on. Let's
Welcome back, traveler. You don't like being a...
It's fine. But I was just thinking, after learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way... I'm not planning on returning to the...
So, you're quitting the Fatui for...
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything...
But that doesn't mean your own...
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had. You weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can... Changing the world... What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the...
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten...
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul.
Yes. And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire...
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over... But before that, I wanted to...
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So... Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guy. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up...
I'm glad you're able... Traveler, in the future, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me borrowing and returning are the only real relationships.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing. Some things in this world can never be brought back. Everything that you feel is real and lasting. And to be human is to live with imperfections.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Ooh! Paimon wants...
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't...
Then I hope we don't...
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but... The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on...
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Have you gotten... Are you sure? Okay. Have you... That won't work. Okay. Have you... Are you sure? Oh, alright.
There. Now...
What about a nickname? Are you done yet? Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer.
You mean the Fatu...
The doctor.
Now that your stance has changed...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. I don't plan to leave, even though the events have...
I see.
Huh?
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been. What's that look for? That day will come. Alright, Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living...
Yeah, true. But even so we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi...
You mean because...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the dark clouds had dissipated. Then, one night, as an old man, all these expressions of joy. Life is a story too long to be told. A journey that you must walk to behold.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
You sound lost and I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily... When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, like a vase that falls to the ground, whether it is... History does not change easily, but human hearts can.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? Anyway, that face is still lying there broke. Feels wrong just leaving it there. actor was seen.
You're in for a little shock. Surrender and I'll be... Witness the power.
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects.
You're open.
The doctor was seen.
Seems like an emergency.
Ring cutter! No, my sword!
You're open. You're open.
Let's spark things up.
Remember, health comes first.
Blitz.
Witness the power of Guhua! Rain outlines your fate.
Try not to...
Seems like an emergency.
You're in for a little shock.
Let me weave you a bird.
Born of icy frost.
No touching!